Ready? Start. One of the meanings is that a person will be held to be aggrieved by a decision if that decision is materially adverse to him. Stop. Normally, one is required to establish that one has been denied or deprived of something to which one is legally entitled in order to make one a person aggrieved. Stop. Again, a person is aggrieved if a legal burden is imposed on him. Stop. The meaning of the words a person aggrieved is sometimes given a restricted meaning in certain statutes which provide remedies for protection of private legal rights. Stop. The restricted meaning requires denial or deprivation of legal rights. Stop. A more liberal approach is required in the background of statutes which do not deal with property rights but deal with professional conduct and morality. Stop. The role of the Bar Council under the Advocates Act is comparable to the role of a guardian in the professional ethics. Stop. The words person aggrieved in sections 37 and 38 of the Act are of wide import and should not be subjected to a restricted interpretation of possession or denial of legal rights or burdens or financial interests. Stop. Para. Typical of the cases in which a strict construction was put on the expression person aggrieved is Buxton versus Minister of Housing and Local Government. Stop. There, an appeal by a company against the refusal of the local planning authority of permission to develop land owned by the company by digging chalk was allowed by the minister. Stop. Owners of adjacent property applied to the High Court under Section 31, subsection 1 of the Town and Country Planning Act 1959 to quash the decision of the minister on the ground that the proposed operations by the company would injure their land and that they were persons aggrieved by the action of the minister. Stop. It was held that the expression person aggrieved in a statute meant a person who had suffered a legal grievance. Anyone given the right under section 37 of the Act of 1959 to have his representation considered by the minister was a person aggrieved. Thus, section applied if those rights were infringed, but the applicants had no right under the statute and no legal rights had been infringed, and therefore they were not entitled to challenge the minister's decision. Salman J. quoted with approval these observations of James L. J. in Ray Side Botham. Stop. Para. The words person aggrieved do not really mean a man who is disappointed of a benefit which he might have received if some other order had been made. Stop. A person aggrieved must be a man who has suffered a legal grievance, a man against whom a decision has been pronounced which has wrongfully deprived him of something or wrongfully refused him something or wrongfully affected his title to something. Stop. Para. This court has laid down a number of decisions that, in order to have the locus standi to invoke the extraordinary jurisdiction under Article 226, an applicant should ordinarily be one who has and personal or individual right in the subject matter of the application.